Hey guys, it's Christine and Zoe. This is my yoga expert over here. She's very good at down dog. You might catch a glimpse of her in today's class. Oh, she's running away. She's abandoning me. But yeah, we're gonna get started here in just a moment. No matter what time of day you're practicing right now, I got you covered. We got a lot of stuff to do today. We're gonna get moving here, so hang tight. Let me get this camera set up properly. All right. So once I get this camera set up, I'll talk to you about the playlist for today. Oh, there's Zozo. Are you going to be our mascot for our class today, ma'am? I imagine that if she could talk, she'd be very sassy. So I'm sure she has quite a sassy response. All right, guys. So now that I'm getting this thing set up, oh gosh, I have this thing like very haphazardly propped up on a chair to make it even higher. Um, All right, so I will talk to you about the playlist. Let me move back this chair a little bit more into the side. All right, so about this playlist for the music. Oh, cool. Now the sofa's blocking it. Yay, fun times. Was it not blocking it before? It didn't look like it. Maybe we keep this here. All right, guys. So we have our playlist at Yoga BSY 27, and Zoe's already proceeded to put all of her toys up on the sofa. So this playlist is the one I'm recommending for today's flow. You don't have to go along with it. You don't even have to listen to it if you don't want to, but it is an option. So it's the Let's Move flow today. Just gonna get us moving in our body, waking up. No matter what time of day you're practicing, though, if you're practicing, in the evening or in the afternoon or even in the middle of the night, this will wake us all up. Well, hopefully not in the middle of the night. I don't know. You do you. But my playlist is on Apple Music. It's called Yoga BSY 27. All right, yoga like Black Swan Yoga 27. So Yoga BSY 27. And it's kind of a more like upbeat, like let's get moving playlist. And my music is all posted under my handle at Yogi DLT. And that's my Apple Music. It's also my Instagram. So follow me if you want. I post them also to my story. So if you have Spotify, you can also just make your own playlist based upon what I post. So yeah, I think that's really about it, guys. We'll get started here in just a moment. What are you doing, Zozo? Are you going to do some down dog and show off to us again today? You did last week. Oh, she's already doing down dog. Oh, I can't get it on tape. Why not? Why you do it off camera? Hmm? All right, everybody, let's get started. So again, if you want the playlist, it's under Apple Music, under my handle at Yogi DLT. It's my Insta and my Apple Music account. And the playlist is Yoga BSY 27. All right, I'm doing it in my like living room area. My house is really just like one big kitchen living area. Yay, open concept. But I guess kind of drives me crazy. But this might be the situation you're in where you have like a rug and that's like the only area you'll practice in your house. I know my floor is mostly tile, which is super uncomfortable for yoga. And it's even uncomfortable for me to practice on with a mat, even. So you might be in that situation where the carpet in your house or rug or whatever is the most comfortable place to be. So, good timing, Zozo. Gonna chew on that antler? Yeah? Okay. Anyways, we're just gonna get started wherever it works in your house. You can have a wall if you want to work on some handstand kick-ups. I might give you an option for that today. Um, Keep some secrets though for our flow because it'll be fun. I want to surprise you a little bit. So yeah, we're just gonna have some fun moving in our bodies. So that being said, let's just get started grounding it all down in a child's pose. So I'm just gonna start child's pose. I'm gonna start with knees together because lately my low back has been telling me things like you need to stretch more your back. So maybe that's what works for you. So knees together to stretch the low back, or knees apart to stretch into the hips. Personally, for me, my hips are always pretty flexible. It's really my low back that needs the love. So you listen to your body, notice what it's saying. Maybe try both styles of child's pose and then decide where you're going to be at. All right, so folding on down, letting that forehead soften. More important is your forehead touching the earth. Don't worry if your booty's up in the air or away from the heels, but if you can, start to soften everything down. Start to rest. Just start to breathe. Noticing that breath, really settling in. Start to become aware of how you are feeling right now. Holding this child's pose, notice any emotions that are lingering, any thoughts, any stories on repeat. Know that they're all completely valid. Um, I think in my practice, in my teaching, I should say, I've always um, tried to let everybody bring their own experience to the mat, but I don't think I've ever truly explicitly taught yoga where I've said, you know, it's okay to feel negativity on the mat. It's okay to feel trauma and to work through that because that's what yoga is here for. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and positivity. And oftentimes in our practice at, you know, um, in wellness and in yoga, a lot of times people just make it always sound like it's sunshine and rainbows and positivity. But no, it's okay to feel those emotions that are not so happy, not so positive. Those are your emotions. That's your experience. No one can tell you um, anything about those emotions. It's you for you to work through. And whatever you're feeling, breathe into it. So that's my disclaimer for class. Doesn't always have to be sunshine, rainbows, puppies, fun things like that. Doesn't always have to be happiness. We are allowed to sit with our discomfort. That is yoga. We're allowed to sit with our trauma. That's why a lot of us practice this to work through things, our negativity. And let's be honest, the world right now is not sunshine and rainbows. And because of that, you might be bringing a lot to the mat. Keep breathing in your child's pose. I'm gonna move my dog because she's taking up space. Can you be like over here, ma'am? Like, come on. This might be your thing of practicing at home too. The dog is everywhere. All right, take 2 more rounds of breath. Really patient, whatever you're feeling in this child's pose. Deep breath in. Feel your shoulders and your ribs pull apart. Deep breath out. Open up your mouth. Big sigh. Sink heavier towards the earth. Let's go for one more of those, but a little bit slower, a little bit fuller breath in. Fill up. Feel your ribs pull apart. Feel your shoulder blades pull apart. Take an extra sip of air in. Huge open mouth sigh. Let it all go. Beautiful yogis. Taking your time. Let's walk our hands over to the right. Let's get a nice stretch into the right side of our body. Walking your hands over to the right, resettle your head down between your arms. Notice, do you want to stack your left hand on top of your right? You can do it. Just be sure to dial down that left shoulder so it's even with your right and not like lifting up. You don't want to be unbalanced. You want to be pretty balanced. But again, if your body doesn't work that way, if it's a little bit off balance, don't stress. Like I'm double jointed in my shoulders. Me dialing down my left shoulder completely can actually push it out of socket. So adjust, make it work for your body. Just because I say something doesn't mean it has to be valid for your body. It's just my experience working on the mat, and that's what I bring forth. And I hope that you bring your own experience and learn more about your body to bring that onto the mat too. The more you practice, the easier it is to really understand and know your body. And so you can make those adjustments as teachers say things. You can be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do something else and adjust. Taking another full breath in. Stay with it for the breath out. Exhale, walk your hands back through center and then over to the left. Take a nice full inhale and a full exhale. Settle in. Maybe you start to work on lowering that right shoulder if it's lifted really high. Maybe you just adjust for your body what works for you. Soften the jaw. Soften the space between your brows. Slow down the breath. That's all you have to focus on here is just how am I breathing and how does this feel in my body, right? The more often we ask ourselves, how does this feel right now for me? Um, you know, the more we learn about our bodies and can adjust along the way. Taking one more full inhale. Breathe into that right side lung. Exhale, walk your hands back through center. Really grip your fingers down, gazing forward. We're going to pull ourselves onto our belly, Sphinx pose. So lay it on down. Sorry, Ms. Zozo, I just kind of kicked you, but you are kind of in a bad spot for me to be in Sphinx pose. All right, so on our belly, we have our elbows underneath our shoulders, right? Our arms are parallel like a number 11. And we're just gonna find this really proud heart. Now, you notice I'm not like lowering myself down. I'm using those shoulders and that back strength to press myself up because this is a back bend like a baby cobra or up dog, right? So we should be using some back strength here. Now, this is a nicer, more gentle back bend, so that's how we're beginning our practice. I also like to think that this is a very powerful pose. You know, this posture it really makes you be proud with your heart and open up. And I know I often use my posture, and I don't know if this is for you too, but sometimes I close myself off. Sometimes I show that I'm not feeling so powerful or confident, in my posture. And this is a really nice way to physically remind your body that you are powerful, you are empowered, you are strong as you sit up nice and tall. Now it's almost like you're pulling your belly button towards the front. And then we're gonna drop our right ear over towards our right shoulder just to start to warm up into the body. I really believe in longevity in our practice. So taking time to warm up into our body really helps us practice for a long time. Chin to chest, left ear over left shoulder. Never shy away from taking time to warm up on the mat before you take a class, even. Take that time to stretch into shoulders. Let's draw chin into chest, right ear, right shoulder. Maybe take time to stretch into the wrists, the shoulders, the hips, your feet because you never know if the teacher's gonna do that. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder, and you wanna make sure that you are warmed up and really prepared. Chin to chest, maybe you make a full circle, up to you. Let's take one more breath in, and then find our center, maybe, like, wiggle it out a little bit into the ears, yes and no with our neck, recenter yourself. Now, pressing down really firmly into the palms, we're gonna tuck our toes, we're gonna lift our knees up, Sphinx pose. Or sorry, not Sphinx pose, forearm plank. We were in Sphinx, oh my goodness. Forearm plank. Guys, I swear I had some coffee this morning. I still had some, like, my cold brew sitting here, though, so maybe I need to drink more of that. Take a full inhale. I know forearm planks are not the most comfortable place to be, especially during quarantine times when we might not be working out as often. And that's totally valid and fine. We're just building up strength here and leaning into whatever shakes we have in our body. Take one more full inhale. And if this is not happening for you, modify. Exhale, let's lower back down to our belly. Oof. Nice way to warm up our body though, engaging our glutes, our quads, our abs, all the fun things. All right, let's walk our fingertips forward. Tent up onto those right fingertips. Slide your left arm underneath, thread the needle, left ear down. Soften that right hand if it's not already softened. Lower that left ear down to the earth and just breathe. On the exhales, find more weight into that bottom left shoulder. Let your whole body rest heavier onto on the exhales. As your body melts, let that natural weight of your body relaxing and melting and releasing tension to help release tension in the left shoulder. Two more rounds of breath here. One more full inhale. Exhale, unwind. We're going to walk our left fingertips out really far. Thread the needle, right shoulder and right arm thread under, palm faces up on that right hand. And then lower the right ear down. Lower the right ear down. Soften on the exhale. Soften that left hand. Soften your whole body onto that right shoulder a little bit more. Release tension down. Two more rounds of breath. Stay present. Try not to let your mind think about what's next. How long until I can get out of this pose? One more full inhale. Exhale, release that left arm back into your Sphinx pose. Do me a favor, let's press our way up to a tabletop. Let's get some stretches here. So let's stretch into our wrists first to really help us warm up for our practice. So we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to sit back towards our heels. Yogi toe stretch. So my toes are tucked under and I'm sitting back on the heels. Yes, this is not comfortable. It is uncomfortable, which is why it gets the nickname fire toes. If you ever feel like it's too much for your feet, you can lift your booty off a little bit more. Ooh, engage those quads to lift up and hover. That was kind of hard. And then that way you could just stay up here, which is engaging more muscles, but not stretching into the feet as much. So just be aware of what you need. Now we're gonna go through some stretches for the wrist. So let's face the backs of our hands together, palms out, and we're just gonna give them a little shake, just a little shake. Now this looks really weird, but they actually feels really good for the wrists. Just a nice gentle stretch for them. And then if you want to start to turn your fingers towards your chest and then away from you, again towards the chest and away from you, just like a little pendulum. And then maybe you start to work into bringing this fully around. I always have to bring my hands together and then back around. I can never keep them truly like together. So you might start to move them all the way around. Up to you. Find something organic here. This is just kind of what my wrists feel good to do. Make it yours. You might just keep shaking them. You might keep them still. What works? Nice, yogis. All right, let's get our stretch the other direction too. So we're going to face our right palm forward. Gently take our left hand and stretch that right fingers back towards our face. Exhale, fingers face down towards the earth. Stretch it back. Zoe, stop licking your paws, ma'am. Thank you. Zoe. Good girl. Chew on your antler. I know I made fun of you for it earlier, but it's better than licking your paws. All right. Left hand faces up. Palm flexes back. Zozo, stop. She's got skin allergies, guys. This is a very she's like me. I have allergies too, but not skin allergies. All right, flex your fingers down towards the earth. Let's get a little stretch the opposite way. I know my feet are talking to me too. And when you're ready, let's release it on down. Tap the tops of our feet. Oh my goodness, that's probably one of the longest yogi toe stretches I've held in a while. That was like some yin level yogi toe stretch. Tap the tops of your feet down. Let it go. Let's take some cat cows. Reset our spine. Inhale, tailbone and gaze lifts. Exhale, round and hollow out. Maybe you hold this cat pose for a moment and press your ribs right and then left, or you just keep cat cowing your way through your practice. What feels good for you? For me, it's usually occupying this cat like back and pressing my hips and ribs right and left. You might press back into a child's pose, or you just might keep cat cowing. Make it work for you. Keep your breath connected to your movement. That's the most important part. What do you want to work through? Cat cows, something else, make it work for you. You can roll into your neck while you're here. Press into your ribs left and right. Get stretching into that low back that might be talking to you today. All right, a couple more rounds of breath. All right, everybody. Let's take some time to come back to our neutral tabletop. We're gonna walk our hands forward, puppy pose. Lower the chin down or the forehead down, but keep your booty high in the air over your knees. I'm gonna go with chin because I don't have any pain in my neck, but if you do have neck pain, maybe you avoid putting your chin down, you just keep the forehead down. Another full inhale. Exhale, let's pull ourselves forward back in the Sphinx pose on our belly. Oh yeah, you might know where we're going here. But we're gonna first stretch our quads out. So let's grab for that right foot and flex it in towards our glute. Good. Maybe your fingers wrap over your finger. Maybe just grab for whatever you got. My dog needs some help, guys. She has a pillow stuck to her toy. Here you go, Zozo. Take your toy. All right. Let's switch it out other side. Let's release that right foot down. Let's take that left hand and reach back. Now, if you feel like this is too hard to balance here, you can always pivot your arm to be parallel to the top. Guys, she's not normally in the filming of these flows that often. So this is a very Zoe heavy flow, and I apologize today. She is like really seeking attention, apparently. Gently release that left foot down. Let's come back to our Sphinx pose. Let's tuck our toes and let's hover the legs off the mat back to our forearm plank. Try not to let your booty lift into the air. We're not in down dog yet. Another full inhale. On the exhale, now we're going to start to tap our right foot off to the right, back to center, left foot off to the left, back to center, right foot, center, left foot, center, right foot, center, left foot, center, right, center, left, center. As fast as you can go. You got it for 10, 9. Try not to let those hips lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. They're lifting a little bit. It's okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Walk your toes in towards your elbows. Dolphin pose. Take a moment here. Let your shoulders really warm up. Let them engage. On the exhale, let's press into both palms. We're in down dog. Settle into your down dog, whatever that might look like to you. Give your head a little shake, yes and no, in your down dog. Make sure that your fingers are spread really wide in down dog. That is your support, your foundation. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like here. And just take your time to pedal into each knee. To give your head that shake, yes and no, to remind your neck to relax. Lovely yogis. On the exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. A nice forward fold. I love a good ragdoll. That's what I'm going to go for. Grab for opposite elbows. Bend into the knees generously so belly and thighs come close to touching or touch. Now, you might not like a ragdoll. You might want a deeper bind or fold. You could go for Padahastasana, hands to feet pose already. You can grab behind your calves, peace fingers the big toes. Your choice, but this one's a lot more gentle, this ragdoll, especially a beginner practice. So this might be what you choose. You might choose something else. It's up to you. One more full inhale. Exhale, release your fingers to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. All right, let's break down that forward fold, that half lift, I should say. I'm going to turn so you can see me at an angle. So what I'm going to show you is how to do a half lift. If you want to just listen, you can listen. I'll tell you all the cues. If you want to watch, you can watch. We're going to work through this, though. Anchor your fingers to the shins. Let's start there. When you lift up halfway, you're just gonna lift to the point where you feel your shoulder blades engage and pull down your back. Your neck should be neutral, like the crown of your head's reaching towards the front of the room, but your gaze should be down out in front of your toes by, I don't know, a foot or 2 feet, something like that. And you're pinching those shoulder blades together. Then you should scoop up your low belly a little bit. I mean, you should just engage your low belly. Let's be honest. I don't have like a hollowed out belly here either. It's okay. If you see those Instagram pictures, don't look at them. Don't stress. That's just somebody else's body, not yours. Who cares? Shift the weight towards your toes away from the heels. And then maybe you micro bend the knees so they're not completely locked out. Because if you can hyperextend your knees and lock them out, if you're double jointed, you might notice that that's not so good for the strain in your hamstrings and your knees. So micro bend them. So you're engaging your core, you're engaging your fingers into your shins, you're micro bending the knees, your gaze is straight down and you're shifting weight towards the toes and away from the heels. That's your half lift. Let's try to do that again. Forward fold. All right, here we go. All of us together. Anchor your fingers to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. So find that low belly engaged. Your gaze is straight down. Your weight's towards your toes. Micro bend those knees if needed. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful yogis. Let's all root and rise. Reach high. Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your arms up high towards the sky. Exhale. Cactus your heart open. And now, when we cactus our heart open, can you kind of like squeeze, engage those glutes a little bit so you protect your low back? Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up and overhead. Inhale, let's come back up. Drop that left hand down, reach that right arm up and overhead, just stretching into the side body. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, cactus your heart open or take whatever back bend you want. Inhale, arms reach high. We're going to mix it up a little bit for the shoulders. Interlace your hands to your low back. Knuckles pull down, heart lifts up. Again, you're still squeezing and kind of like pressing your glutes a little bit forward because you want to protect that low back, but you don't want to dump into it either. So make sure you're not like just completely leaning forward with your hips. You just want to kind of squeeze your glutes a little bit. Heart opens up a little bit more. Exhale, keep a bend in your knees as you fold forward with this bind if you can. Feet are about hip width distance apart or wider. Nice, yogis. Maybe your knuckles stay to your low back. Maybe they lift off. Your choice, what works for your body. If they are lifting off, keep the heel of your palms. Keep everything sealed together. Like you have a bug trap between your palms and you can't let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Our knuckles pull towards the back. Same rules apply. We're engaging the core. Weight towards our toes. Gaze is straight down. Neck is nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Release the bind. Awesome. Let's walk ourselves forward. Right into Miss Zoe. Hey, go up there. Thank you. Okay, plank pose, top of a push-up, high plank pose. Take a full inhale. Stay with it for the breath. Out. All right, let's mix this up a little bit. Let's take our right hand and tap our left shoulder if that's okay for you. Lower that right hand down. Left hand taps your right shoulder and then switch it out. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can stay perfectly still. If you feel like you're rocking too much side to side, you might widen your feet out wider, and that might help create some more stability. We're going to do this for 10. You can always skip it and go into child's pose. 9, 8, 7, 6. Are you breathing? 5. A little smile helps. 4, 3. You got it. Last 2. And last 1. Let's lower all the way down to our belly or halfway. Your choice for a vinyasa. I'm going to go for baby cobra because I've been working on locust pose in my practice to work on strengthening my low back. So we're going to start with baby cobra. Start to step up our back bends a little bit more. Palms hover. Tops of our feet pressing down into the mat. Inhale, lift your heart a little bit higher. Exhale, lower it all back down. Tuck your toes. Press your way back up to down dog. That might be through plank or tabletop. And then come back to your breath. Hi, Zozo. Why are you so obsessed with being close to me today? Normally you ignore me. I guess this is Zoe's yoga class. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, guys, let's take another full breath in. Apologies for this little tail you got to see this whole time wagging next to me. All right, let's take another full inhale. Big exhale, let something go. Let's sweep this right leg high towards the sky. Bend our knee, stack our hip. Here's an option you can flip over for a wild thing if you want it. Your choice. You don't have to, though. We'll meet back in a three-legged dog when you are ready, okay? Nice. Let's take our time to draw this right knee in towards our nose. Shift it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards right elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it up. Knee twist over towards that left elbow. Kick your foot out, fall in triangle. You might hover this right foot the whole time. Left arm reaches high towards the sky. You might lower that right foot down. You might keep it hovering, your choice. Exhale, plant that left palm down, kick the right leg high. Exhale, draw knee in towards nose, step that foot forward and through. Easy twist, reach that right arm high towards the sky. Beautiful, yogis. All 10 toes over to the right. Let's move through some horizon dips. So we're going to reach. We're on the razor edge of that back left foot. Our right toes are also facing towards the right. Everything's going to the right that way. On our inhale, we're going to reach our arm a little bit higher overhead, lift our hips a little bit higher. Exhale, reach our hands towards our back foot as our hips hover. Inhale, reach that right arm high. Exhale, arm reaches back as the hips dip. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Try not to bend into that ankle. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. When you're ready, come back around. Bring both hands to the inside of your foot. You're in a lizard lunge. We're in a really active lizard because our back left knee is still lifted. Take another full inhale. Stay with it for the exhale. We're really opening up this left hip flexor right now and also our inner right hip and thigh. When you're ready, let's wiggle this right foot between our hands. Lower our left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Now that everything's warmed up through that lizard pose, arms reach high. Good. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Just like we've been doing, make sure you don't just fall back. Make sure you keep that strength. Really powerful pose here, just like that Sphinx pose. Let your heart be vulnerable and open and proud. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, take a moment to settle in. Maybe palms come into heart center. That might feel good for you, or arms stay overhead, just depending on circulation to your fingers and things like that. One more full deep breath in. Exhale, let's bring our hands back down, frame our foot, tuck our back left toes, lift our knee up. So now that our left knee's engaged, you're tented up onto your fingertips to frame your front foot. We're gonna do some hop switch, or some switch kicks, I should say. Some hop switches, whatever you wanna say with your legs. So our right foot's forward, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna gently float to hop our left foot forward like that. So as we do that, that means that we are just kind of working on engaging some cardio. So notice how my hips don't dip. Try to keep your hips lifted the whole time. Try not to go like woo towards the earth too much. That might overextend your hip flexor. But again, know your body. So stay tented up on those fingertips. Here we go. We're going to switch kick for 10, 9, 8. And we're going to land at the right foot forward at 1, just so you know. 7, 6. Are you breathing? Faster or slower? Your choice. 5, 4. Last one, right foot forward. Oh my goodness. All right, walk your hands forward, standing L. Balance. If you want a handstand kick up and you feel ready for it, you could do that here. I'm already out of breath, as you can tell. So, you might take a standing L and just balance there for a moment. One hand behind your calf, maybe 2 hands behind your calf. Make it work for you. Whew. Nice, yogis. Keep those left toes flexed down towards the earth. Keep breathing. You might just keep your hands framing your foot and pulling your heart a little bit closer towards that right leg. You might give your dog a little pet. because she seems to need a little extra support and love today. All right, guys, one more full inhale. Exhale. Let's all take a moment to tap our back left knee to the back of our right calf. So our left knee's tapping the back of our right calf. We're in this quad engaged squat. Kick that left foot back. Again, left knee taps the back of your right calf. Kick it back, standing L. One more time. Knee taps the back of our calf. Good. Let's take a moment to lower our left knee all the way to the outside of our right foot. We're moving into a seated twist. I'll move over for my dog. All right, so this is our right leg crossed over our left. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Sweep arms up high towards the sky. And then we're going to turn and twist over to the right. I like to take my left arm and hug this right knee in. It's a gentler twist for my spine. Tense it up onto these right fingertips, looking towards our right shoulder, or past it, I should say. Or if you want a little bit more intensity, you could tuck your left arm to the inside of this thigh, right? That's up to you. I like the hug. Sorry, guys, those switch kicks really got me. It's hard to talk and do switch kicks. Hi, Zozo. Take a full breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. When you're ready, unwind. We're going to simply just come back with our hands framing this right foot. And we're going to literally just move back into our standing L. You can't kiss my feet and clean my feet right now, Zozo. I'm teaching. All right, so balance this. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Zozo, I got your nose. All right, bounce on that right foot. One more full inhale. Exhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Take any vinyasa you want to get back home to down dog. I'm personally going to skip it and go straight back to down dog because I know my body and I know talking and teaching is hard, especially right now for me. So, let's be kind to ourselves. If you need to skip any and all vinyasas, you can. All right, so back in our down dog. Inhale, sweep this left leg high. Bend our knee, stack our hip. Option to flip over if you want that wild thing. Of your dog during your wild thing if they're around. Let's come back. Three-legged dog when you are ready. Exhale, draw knee in towards nose, shift it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards left elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it up. Knee twist over to the right. Fallen triangle, option to lower your left foot or keep it hovering. Good motivation to hover your foot is to have a dog underneath it. One more full inhale. Exhale, let's lower that right hand down, kick our left foot high. Exhale, one more time, knee in towards nose. Step it forward and through. Easy twist, left arm peels high. Exhale, turn all 10 toes to the left. Let's move through some horizons. So inhale, reach that left arm high, lift your hips a little bit higher. Exhale, arm reaches back, hips lower to hover. Inhale, reach that arm long overhead. Exhale, lower it all down. Inhale, reach your arm long overhead. Exhale, lower, go for one more of those. Inhale, reach it up and over. Exhale, one more, hips lower. Hands come back to the inside of left foot. Remember, we're in this active lizard. So our right knee's lifted and both hands are to the inside of our left foot. Whew. This flow has got me today, guys. I don't know if it's not having enough coffee or what. I think also the AC is not running inside my place currently. All right. It's like a hot yoga studio up in here. Let's take this foot and gently wiggle it between our hands now that our hips have warmed up. We're going to tent up onto our fingertips. Good. And then lower that right knee down. Anjane, sweep your arms up high. Good. When you arrive, cactus your heart open, big back bend, proud heart. Arms can sweep back up or palms come into the heart center. Your choice. Make this flow work for you. Taking your time. So maybe swing a little bit lower into those front hips. Another full inhale. Exhale. Let's all bring our hands down. Frame our foot. Tuck our back right toes. Lift our right knee up. We're tented up onto our fingertips. You know where we're going. We're going to do some switch kicks, guys. So here we go. We're going to do it for 10 counts. We switch and switch for 10, 9, 8. Light when you hop. 8, 7. Sorry, I can't count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last foot. Left foot forward. 1. All right, walk your hands forward. Standing L, balance on that left leg. Notice if this side feels tighter than the other side or looser. That's okay. You don't need to label as good or bad. It just is what it is. We're just going to fall a little bit deeper over that left leg best we can with our breath. Or work on some balances, one hand behind the calf for 2. Or handstand kick-ups. Whatever works for you. Whew. That definitely got my heart rate up for some cardio time a little bit. Sometimes in my practice, I need a little bit more movement. It gets me out of my head. I don't know if that works for you the same way, but modify and change up. Please, please, please honor your body. One more full inhale. Exhale. We're all going to tap our right knee behind our left calf. Again, kick it back. That standing L. That little squat where we tap our knee behind our calf. And then kick it back. And again, that squat, take a moment here to lower that knee to the outside of your left foot. Sit down into this twist. All right, nice proud heart. Sit up tall. Hug that left knee with your right arm. Left fingertips tent up. Gaze back. Or you can move that arm to the inside of your leg. Up to you. This is a more gentle twist. I prefer this one. Whew. Hey, Zoza, how you doing back there? I think she's doing well, guys. Take another full inhale. And a big exhale. I think my dog, Zoe, and I have grown closer because I just keep talking to her all day because, we don't socialize these days as much. So Zoe just hears about all my problems in life. She's like my therapist over here. When you're ready, unwind. We're simply going to frame this left foot and then back to our standing L for a moment. Good, yogis. Once you find that balance, step it back. You're in a low lunge. Take your vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, maybe you skip it. All right, arriving back in your down dog. Let's do that again. Sweep your right leg high. Exhale, knee in towards nose. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards your right elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it up. Knee twist over to the left. Fallen triangle. Maybe you hover the foot. It's a lot harder. And then when you're ready, kick it back up. One more time. Knee in towards nose. Step it forward and through. Easy twist. Beautiful, yogi. Skipping those horizon dips. Simply lower your right hand down to frame your foot. Anjane, lower your left knee. Arms sweep high. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Inhale, arms swim up. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your front right foot. Tuck the back left toes, lift the knee up. Switch kicks, we're doing this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot forward, standing L. Beautiful, yogis. Immediately tap your left knee behind your right calf. Find your hands at heart center, balance and hold. Just like a half lift, your heart is parallel to the earth. Your gaze is straight down. Nice, yogis. One more full inhale here. Exhale, let's start to rise all the way up. One-legged Tadasana, arms up towards the sky. Left foot flexed and active. Exhale, sit low chair pose. Step that left foot next to right, a little pie wedge between our feet. Whew, we got this, yogis. One more full inhale. Stay for the exhale. All right, so hands come into heart center. Your choice from here. You can take a prayer twist and just stay right here, trying to make sure this left knee pulls back and is equal with your right. You could take a side crow from here, and I can talk to you through that, or take your own arm balance, what works for you. If you want side crow, simply lower your hands off to the right. You have your left arm and your right thigh slash knee touching, and you should just be able to kind of start to tip over until you can lift your feet off the earth. Now, from here, you can go through all kinds of things. You can start to open up your legs or not. Up to you. I gotta breathe, so I gotta stop. But that's your choice. You play around. Whew. All right, I'm gonna meet you guys back in a twisted chair, but you mess with whatever you want for 2 more rounds of breath. Last full breath in. Exhale, we're all gonna meet back in chair pose, sit low. Exhale, it's all forward fold, fold it on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take a vinyasa. We meet back in down dog. You can take that locust pose that I've been working on, where you interlace your hands to your low back, knuckles pull towards the back of the mat, maybe legs hover, or your choice. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, lower it all back down. We meet back in down dog. Whew. All right, left leg high to sky. Exhale, knee in towards nose, shift it forward. Inhale, leg kicks up. Left knee, left elbow or tricep. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over to that right elbow, fall in triangle. Reach that right arm high. One more full breath in. Exhale, kick that left leg high. Zoe is so trusting of me. Exhale, draw knee in towards nose, step that foot forward and through. Easy twist. Beautiful yogis, frame your front foot, lower your right knee down. Anjali. Cactus your heart open. Whew. You got this, yogis. We're almost done. I'm in here with you. Lower your hands down to frame your foot. Tuck your back toes. Lift that back knee up. Good. You're tented up onto your fingertips. Let's do a little hop switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land at that left foot forward, standing L. Now you know where we're going. Tap that right knee to the back of your left calf. Hands come into heart center. Keep a deep bend in both knees. Balance with your hands off the earth. Flat back. Keep that strength in that left quad. I know it's on fire. When you're ready, lift all the way up. One-legged Tadasana, stand up. Good, arms high in the sky. Flex this right foot, and then step into chair. Sit low. All right, immediately into that prayer twist if you want it. And another step into that side crow if you want it as well. So leaning, once again, this time into that right forearm, letting your legs balance there. You might kick them out straight. You might stagger them. You can do whatever you want from there. Make it work for you, or just stay in this twisted chair. Really good for our immune system and digestion. 2 more rounds of breath, yogis. One more breath in. Exhale, we all meet back in our chair. One more full inhale. Exhale, forward fold, release it on down. Halfway lift, we all travel back to down dog. Let's meet back there. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, your choice. Whew. From your down dog, take a deep breath in and a huge breath out. One more full inhale and one more full exhale. Nice, yogis. Woo. Let's take our time, sweep that right leg high. You can bend your knees, stack your hip, flip over if you want, or just draw some knee circles, your choice. Good, and then let's bring that right knee behind our right wrist, half pigeon pose. So from here, in our half pigeon pose, swing up nice and tall. I hope you guys cannot see how much I'm sweating right now. Or I hope you're sweating equally as much. I'm hot. The AC has not run once in my house, so I might need to check on that. Tenting up onto your fingertips, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. From this powerful seat, you can stay right here. You could take a mer creature pose. That's what I'm going to call it. No need to call it mermaid or merman, whatever. Mer creature. And you could take that, or you could take your sleeping pigeon, your choice. Up to you. For me, after all that, I'm going to take a nice folded sleeping pigeon. And just start to bow down and let any tension go through the exhales the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like you walk off the mat being like, "Oh, everything's fixed and peaceful in my life." No, that's not what yoga's about, right? But it is about us working to soften a little bit more, easing a little bit into that tension. Even if we just make the tiniest dent in it, we still made a difference. Or maybe we feel like we didn't make a complete difference, but we just took time to take care of ourselves. Taking your time to breathe here, folding deeper as you need to. All right, yogis, 2 more rounds of breath. Last breath in. On that exhale, start to press your way back up to your palms. Take your time to tuck your left toes. Find your way back to your down dog. It might be some knee circles and tabletop. It might be pedaling it out in your down dog. It might be knee circles in your three-legged dog or pointing your toes up towards the sky or just maybe taking a vinyasa. Everybody's got something that helps their right side feel like it's back to normal after a half pigeon pose, at least normal in quotes a little bit more. And then let's sweep that left leg high. Bend our knee, stack our hip. Option to flip over or take some knee circles, warming up into that hip flexor and inner thigh. And then when you're ready, left knee behind left wrist, half pigeon pose. And again, let's stay seated upright for just a moment. Sit up nice and tall, right? So, still sweating. Mer creature, totally an option, or just sitting here nice and proud and tall because you should sit in your power right now. Feel really powerful and strong. Or you can take this mer creature, just maybe grabbing with your hand to that foot or moving it to the crook of your elbow, the inside of your elbow. What is the inside of your elbow even called? I don't know. Lower that right foot down. You can lower yourself down or stay nice and proud, or you can stay in that mer creature. Your choice. We'll meet in a couple rounds of breath. So you might take on a couple different poses if you want. I hope you guys cannot hear her chewing on her toy because it is quite loud. Hey, ma'am, stop. Thank you. Come here. Come here. You can bring your toy. Come on. Good girl. Good job. All right, sorry, I'm praising my dog for going to her bed. All right, slow, keep breathing, folding into that tension, letting it go. So as you lean into that tension, you have the ability on the exhales to open up your mouth and let something release, something soften, something melt. When you're ready, on the next exhale, let's press our way back up to our palms, tuck our back right toes, take your time making it back however you need to. Now, we're gonna make it through to a seat. So you can just lower down to your knees, and kick your feet out in front of you. But if you're working on floating through, which is just kind of fun in a vinyasa class to be able to have that, especially at the end of class, it's kind of like that one last powerful push sometimes. Widen your hands out a little bit wider. That's my trick. I do because if my hands are at my narrow stance like this, there's no way my legs and knees can make it through this little opening. So I widen my hands out. I really press into my palms, scoop up my navel, and then I just kind of like start to engage my lower pelvic floor as I just kind of kick my feet out in front of me. And I almost do it like a little slide to get through. I don't like hold myself up. Some people have that. I don't, and I don't stress about it. All right, now that we're all in our nice seat, let's sit up nice and tall, reach our arms up high. Exhale, hinge forward, fold into this seated forward fold. Now, you do not have to bring your head anywhere close to your legs. You can keep your knees as bent as you need to. You don't have to grab for your feet, calves, ankles, feet, whatever you can grab for. Sit up nice and tall for the inhale. Exhale, maybe you fold a little bit deeper. Release your hands from whatever they're hanging on to. Let your arms hang heavy like they are filled with lead, and just tuck the chin towards the chest as you roll up. And then eventually roll back down. But we're not rolling down all the way quite yet. We're going to add on a smidgen more of some intensity for our core work. So here we are. We're balancing on our sit bones, right? We're in a low boat pretty much. Reach your arms long overhead. Oh, yeah. Now we got some hollow body rocks. Here we go. 9. You might hook your thumbs together. That's what I do. It helps my shoulders. 9. Oh, I already said 9, didn't I? 8, 7, 6. Are you breathing? For 5. A smile helps. 4. Little rocks now. 3, 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Those hollow body rocks always kill me. Knees in towards the chest. Give them a big old squeeze. And then if you want a happy baby's there for you, I'm going to cue a supine twist. A shoulder stand is also here for you if you want as well. Just kind of up to you. So I'm going to cue a supine twist first. Let your knees fall over towards the left. Arms open up to a T. Maybe your gaze twists over towards the right or gaze stays up towards the ceiling. Closing the eyes, starting to bring your focus back to the internal. Not stressing about what's going on around you. Just really letting yourself focus on how you're internally feeling right now. And then when you're ready, switch the knees over to the right. Gaze might go to the left or straight up towards the ceiling. Take your time to arrive here. Breathing calmly. Couple more rounds of breath. Oh, how cute, Zoe! You're resting your head on my knee. You're a Swedish little dog. How could anybody give you up for adoption? All right, let's bring our knees back through center. Now, from here, you could do a shoulder stand. You could do a happy baby. You could do an early shavasana. I'm going to lead you through a shoulder stand. Don't cry. Because I think we don't often do this in a class enough. If you want, though, you can just kick your feet up towards the sky and go for legs to wall pose. Oh, gosh, not a good time to stand on Mama Zozo. Let's all bring, Zoe, seriously, sit down. Sit. Sit. Zoe, sit. Okay, well, she's not sitting. I swear I'm training her right now, guys. When you're ready, though, bring your hands to your low back. Kick your feet up towards the sky. So your gaze should be neutral. You should be gazing towards your navel. But maybe you bring your elbows a little bit closer to stand you up. I like to bring my thumbs to my hip bones. That really helps me find my stability here. If you want to stay in shoulder stand, you can, but you could also bring your feet back over your head for plow. Don't stress if your feet don't touch the ground, right? From plow, you can interlace your hands to the earth into a bind, keeping your forearms pressing down. You could also bend your knees for ear pinning pose. However long you want to stay here, eventually make your arms into a runway and lower yourself down with your legs out. All right, from here, whatever last poses you want for the next 2 to 3 rounds of breath, or maybe an early shavasana, letting your arms and legs take up some space. Enjoy your rest. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. Yogis, when you're ready to begin to reawaken, deepen your breath. If you'd like to rest longer, feel free to lock your device and just um, take your time to rest and set a timer. If not, though, begin to reawaken into fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Take your time to move and reawaken. Before hugging your knees in towards your chest, a nice big squeeze and rocking either to your right or left side, fetal position. Bottom arm is a pillow. Keeping the eyes closed as you press your way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat to close out your practice. Palms to heart center or palms to your knees, your choice. Taking a moment here to feel very powerful in your seat, very proud of all the movement that you've done. It doesn't matter if you did all the flow or none of it or parts of it. You moved in your body. Even if it's none, you're breathing, taking on a shape or a pose. You were taking time for yourself, and that is most important. So, thank you for showing up on your mat. Thank you for being empowered. Thank you for taking time to move and breathe. And thank you most of all for tuning in and being patient with yourself and with the environment around you, even if it's not an ideal circumstance. I truly appreciate you, and the light in my heart honors and bows to the light in each and every one of you. And until I get to see you again, namaste. Thank you guys. I'm Christine. This is Zoe. I am so sorry that she decided to take her hedgehog apart at the end of class. Um, Thanks, Zozo. Come here. Can you sit? Good girl. See, now she sits. So yeah, Zozo's my sweet little rescue baby. She's a little quirky, but she means well. But thank you guys again for uh, tuning in and supporting us Black Swan Yoga teachers through these live streams. If you can still donate on the blackswanyoga.com page. So donations still go to the teachers that are teaching online on YouTube. So we really appreciate any all donations, and they really help us pay our bills and things like that. So from our fur babies and our yogi hearts, we miss you guys and hope that you're healthy and well, and keep being compassionate and kind to yourself, friends. All right, you ready to turn this off, Zozo? Bye, guys. Bye, friends.